EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the carry is Henderson. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
10-2 stop. Go. Screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's it, baby. Ready? 60 yards.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jones now operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Chiefs take over. We play to win. Let's go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Check. Lucky. Banjo.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
He's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand.
50 plants. 53 is mine. Stop your whine.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones dancing to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
61, matchbox, lights.
Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Henderson now on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the draw, this is Henderson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third down.
Break. Mike's by four. Hey, orbit. Hey, watch that. Shot.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Goodwin able to haul it in. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Now it's Kamara in the passing game.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points? They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ready? 53, Mike. Hey, seam 6. Get it.
Jones off the play fake. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Jones from the gun on third down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, D. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down and 9 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. From the gun, Jones. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
8 read. I got you. Say it. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
On second down now, it's Henderson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Henderson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On first down, Henderson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
That's taken in by Henderson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Jones now operating from the gun. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. John Brown. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. 30. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a run with McCaffrey. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes flush to his right. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Equanimeous St. Brown. It's now 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Chiefs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-2.